I'm Samantha McGuire with Port Orchard Living. Today we're going to explore a historic agricultural landmark here in Port Orchard, Washington. Founded in 1949 by the Kitsap family, Port Orchard Nursery has been an agricultural asset to the Port Orchard community for over 30 years. South Kitsap Helpline was founded in 1980. In 2010, they purchased the property here with the Port Orchard Nursery with a generous grant from the Birkenfield Trust. It made a big difference for the food bank and all of their efforts. Today we're going to explore the Port Orchard Nursery, the food bank, and the other programs they offer to South Kitsap residents. I'm standing outside a greenhouse originally brought to this property in 1957, brought here from Westport. I'm going to introduce you to Kathy, the greenhouse manager, and we're going to learn a little bit more about the Port Orchard Nursery. Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
Kathy, tell me a little bit about what goes on in this greenhouse.
Okay, this is our growing house. We usually start about the first week of January. That's when our spring starts. And everything is started in a sweat box, which is what I call it, with heating cables in it. And then they get transplanted, and when they're sellable, they go out to the selling area.
Wonderful. So Kathy, you've worked here for 13 years, is that correct?
That's right.
What is your favorite season here at the nursery?
Spring. But our spring's in January. It's when it starts for a greenhouse.
Tell me a little bit about the plants that you specialize in here.
It's probably mostly the Mother's Day baskets. And our tomatoes are pretty famous.
And you have a super tunia. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Super petunias were hybridized for the trailing effect. They're a patented plant. You have to pay royalties on the tags. That's why they're a little bit more expensive. But each plant only has pot has four plants in it. And they just fill out a lot better than a seed petunia.
And I can see here they come in a multitude of colors: pink, purple, white. You grow vegetables here too. Do you want to tell me a little bit about the vegetables that are grown?
It's mostly cole crops, tomatoes, peppers. We do a lot of herbs because we sell to restaurants.
Now that reminds me, it's very important to get the word out that people can come here. This nursery is open to the public. It isn't just reserved for people who are coming up to the South Kitsap Helpline. It's actually open 7 days a week. Your hours are 10:30 to 3:30 Monday through Friday.
That's right.
10 to 3 Saturday and 10 to 2 Sunday?
Right.
Did I get it? All right. So you can come up anytime, purchase plants, and the neat thing about this nursery is proceeds from the nursery go to help support South Kitsap Helpline. The helpline also gets your vegetables that you grow.
Right. We grow a lot of vegetables out in the garden.
And it looks to me like the garden was just now gearing up. When do you expect those crops to be ready, and when will they be able to be given to the people that are coming to the helpline?
Probably 1st of July.
That's great. Well, I'd like to see the other greenhouses if you don't mind.
Okay.
We're in the middle greenhouse that was brought to the property in 1968. Tell me a little bit about the flowers that are in here.
Okay, I call this house the geranium house. I think this year I did about 3,000 geraniums.
3,000? That's a lot of geraniums.
Yep.
And tell me a little bit, these colors: pink, red, white.
The salmon. I've got a few of the ivy geraniums. But I just try to do the common colors, not anything. And then we've got the violet.
And I just want to say to the viewers, I actually just recently, with Kathy's help, purchased some of the ivy geraniums for my flower bed, and
right.
they look lovely. They're really a neat flower because they cascade down over the container. So let's go check out the third greenhouse.
Okay.
We're in the third greenhouse, fondly referred to as the Quonset hut. And little interesting story, this building here was existing, and during the 1996 snowstorm and then windstorm and then cold storm, it collapsed. Is that correct?
That's right.
So this is the new building. And tell me a little bit about what this greenhouse specifically houses.
This is just mainly our sales area when plants are ready for the public.
Okay, so the main difference, you can go look in the other two, you can buy from there, but when the plants are really ready, you're going to bring them to this area here.
This is an unheated greenhouse.
And folks that are coming up and have garden questions, you're here a lot. People that you work with can answer questions and give gardening advice.
Right, we actually have master gardeners that work here.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you, Kathy. According to the 2012 U.S. Census, there was 250,000 plus people in Kitsap County. Over 80,000 of those people will have problems putting food on their table. 1 in 6 Kitsap County residents will struggle to feed their family or themselves during the year. South Kitsap Helpline eliminates hunger and empowers people with the programs that they have housed here on this property. Today we are going to meet with Executive Director Jennifer Hardison and get a behind-the-scenes look at what goes on at the food bank. Hi, Jennifer. Thanks for having us here today,
Thanks
Jennifer.
for being here.
You have been with South Kitsap Helpline since 2001. And in 2010, the South Kitsap Helpline got that wonderful grant that helped you to be able to procure this property, which does amazing things. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the behind the scenes here and what happens when people come in to get some assistance?
Sure. Every month, our food bank helps to serve approximately 4,000 children, adults, and seniors that live here in South Kitsap. We do food baskets, which equals about a cart full of groceries, depending on the size of the family. Families are eligible to come in once a month for a food basket, and then we also offer government commodities, which is a supplemental grocery program that they can come in and get 3 times a month. And then the things that we have in our lobby, breads, English muffins, things like that, those are available on a daily basis for people just to come in. We just ask that they sign the clipboard so we know how many people are in the household, and they can come in and get those things 5 days a week.
That's wonderful. Now, I saw a grocery basket of onions outside. Were those onions grown here on site, or was that a donation from one of the many grocery stores that helps you locally here?
That was a donation, yes.
Okay. So you've got shelves and shelves of food back here, and you have volunteers that help to organize everything to give it out to the people. And you also do a couple of other neat programs, and I'd love to go over to your front yard and find out a little bit more about that.
Sure.
Okay. We're sitting in the front yard of the Grissett family home. Jennifer, this is a lovely front yard. This building now houses the South Kitsap Helpline offices, the Port Orchard Nursery offices, and you also work with the SNAP nutritional program. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, that's a program that we started a few years ago here. We were contacted by an outside agency. There were more people eligible for food stamp benefits in our community than were receiving them. And so a lot of the challenge was people didn't have transportation to get them to the office, the DSHS office over in Bremerton. So they did outreach with some of the local food banks. And so now we do on-site applications so people don't have to go to Bremerton to fill out that paperwork and to get approved for food stamp benefits.
What a benefit. There is also kind of a neat program that is housed in your basement called the Prom Closet. And that program is run by South Kitsap High School. It's a program for gals that are having trouble affording their prom dresses to be able to have one to wear. Is that, am I correct?
Yeah. We found when we had our thrift store, which used to be our revenue generating business, we were dressing a lot of the kids that came to us to volunteer and helping them with clothes for job interviews, formal wear for dances and things like that. And so one of the people that worked with the community transitions program at the high school approached us and said, I have a great idea. Why don't we collect some dresses and some tuxedos and we can help dress kids? And so they, in exchange, they donate some food to the food bank to borrow the dresses. And we've done all sorts of things, wedding dresses. It's been great. It's a nice way to help people.
Jennifer, a lot of people have some preconceived notions in their minds as far as people who need food assistance. Statistically, when I ran through the numbers earlier to the audience, we've got about 250,000 residents in Kitsap County. About 80,000 of those people need food assistance. Is there something that you could tell the public to just denounce that old feeling that...
Yeah, there are definitely some preconceived notions that are false and wrong. We have a lot of two-person working households that come to our food bank to receive food assistance. We were originally designed as a bridge to help people get through the hard times. And, you know, unfortunately, not to get political, but there are some things that should be happening politically in this country to help people more. And programs like ours and charities have now taken on the burden of helping people. Programs like ours are tapped. They are serving way more people than they're designed to serve. And as a result, need is greater and greater every day. And we have to continue to solicit donations to be able to meet those needs. We work with a lot of folks that pay all of their other bills. They pay their rent or their mortgage. They pay their car insurance. You get to the end of the month, though, and you've depleted your grocery fund trying to pay those other bills that you really can't fudge on. So that's where we come into play. And by being able to connect people with the food assistance through the SNAP program, that helps. But, you know, there's still a lot of work to be done. And as a community-supported agency, we wouldn't be able to do what we do without the support of everyone here in our community. So we are grateful for that.
How are the numbers? We hear in the news that the economy is getting better. How are your numbers this year in comparison with last? Are you seeing any break?
No, we're not. No, it's neck and neck.
And your the growth, Kathy told us earlier in the nursery that the produce starts rolling out to the helpline about the end of July. Tell me a little bit about when that time of year comes. It must be a little bit of a load off when you're able to offer your clients fresh vegetables. Tell me a little bit more about what having the nursery housed with the South Kitsap Helpline, what it's meant to you.
The nursery's been a really critical part of our program. We really felt a lot of times we were feeding people, but we were solving one problem, hunger, by creating other problems.
With the food that you originally used to get donated from the grocery stores. Breads, cakes,
donuts,
pastries.
So when the opportunity to purchase the nursery came up, and for us to be able to grow our own food and have plentiful produce, especially during those spring and summer months for our clients, it's a huge relief. During the summer, our donations are typically down and need is greater. Kids are out of school for the summer. More mouths to feed at home. So having all of that additional produce is really, really beneficial. We try really hard to make sure we have recipes so people know what to do with squash and kale and zucchini and all these other things that we have growing. But it's really helped supplement a lot of the shelf-stable foods that we're able to give out, especially during the summer months.
You all work so hard up here. I was so excited to learn. In the near future, they are going to be expanding, creating more of a food bank that works for you. So redoing a little bit, and building a commercial kitchen is in the works for the future, so that they will be able to give nutritional classes and teach programs to help people use the food that you are making available to them. That's really wonderful.
Thanks.
Now, Jennifer, you were mentioning that now you're feeling better about the amount of donations that you're getting. But one critical point I want to make sure that the viewers understand is how important cash flow is to any business operation. The Port Orchard Nursery is open 7 days a week and actually allows you the cash flow to be able to put the gas in the vehicles, to be able to pay your water bill and your power bill. A lot of people misunderstand when they hear nonprofit that there's no expenses, and that's certainly not the truth.
Okay. No.
So a person can really help the nursery and the food bank by actually coming and shopping here. And I found that the easiest days to park here are Saturday and Sunday because the food bank is closed those days. And you're open 10:30 to 3:30 Monday through Friday, and you're open 10 to 4 on Saturday, and 10 to 2 on Sunday. So that's plenty of hours to do your nursery shopping. Now, if folks had finish their nursery shopping for the year, what are some other ways that they can help to provide assistance to you here?
Consistent support is critical to any nonprofit agency, and I loved how you said, as a nonprofit, people seem to think we get everything for free. Anytime a vehicle breaks down, the trucks that we go to pick up food, we pay for that. We pay for gas. We pay the same price for gas as everybody pays to put it in their vehicles. We have insurance. We have all of those overhead expenses. We get some grants, but right now grant funding is really limited. There are so many agencies that are fighting for those same dollars. So we've had quite a few denials this year. So the key to our success is getting this nursery to where it is sustaining itself and helping to sustain our operations on a regular basis. And that's our goal. We cannot encourage other people to be self-sufficient until we are ourselves. So community support is critical. And if we can get people up here to shop, we have wonderful products. Great plants and flowers.
And you've got master gardeners.
And master
You've
gardeners.
got great prices. Something I found very interesting, the pricing matrix was started from the original nursery growers here. So you didn't reinvent the wheel.
No,
You
did
just
not.
kept that wheel
We kept it
moving.
going.
That's really fantastic. Are you looking for volunteers for the food bank or for the nursery?
We're always looking for volunteers. We have an online application if you go to our website at www.skhelpline.org, and you can fill out an online volunteer application and let us know the area you're interested in working. We can always use help. Right now we're seeking volunteers to help out with the planting in our outdoor gardens for the food bank. That's a lot of physical labor, and our ladies are ready to have some help with that. So if anybody's interested in getting involved, we can definitely use help with that.
Now, if a lot of times, if someone wants to volunteer, they're requested to volunteer regularly. Are you happy with someone coming in and saying, I've got 3 hours here, I've got 5 hours there?
Yeah, that's
You'll
fine.
take all the help
That's
you
fine.
can get.
Yes, we just ask that if we can get it scheduled in advance just so we have tasks ready, that's helpful.
And you mentioned your website. I also wanted to let folks at home know they have a ordering system where you can order your flowers online and they'll be ready when you pick it up and pay.
That's a new program
And
we
you
just launched.
also have a donations section.
Yes.
If someone's interested in donating, they can just go online, simple from the comfort of their home, and they could even make that probably a regular part if they wanted to.
Yeah, that would be great. We have we call it an ACH program where people can go in and have an automatic monthly debit taken out of their checking or savings account that comes to us directly.
And you're always looking for non-food items, non-perishable items, toiletries, toilet paper, shampoo, diapers. We're going to put a list on the screen of the items that you're always looking for, and hopefully our viewers will help get some of those things up here for you.
Thank you. Anything you use for your own family and your own home are donations that we would gratefully accept.
Thank you so much for having us here today.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Port Orchard Living. I'm Samantha McGuire.
I go to the sea to see what I know. I go to the mountains to seed what I sow. I run to the river to soothe my soul. I look to the sky to feel a warm love. I wonder sometimes why I'm here, why I'm here. I used to think that money was really where it was at. I sold my soul for some and I've been scared to look back. I wonder sometimes why I'm here, why I'm here. I go to the sea to see what I know. I go to the mountains to seed what I sow. I run to the river to soothe my soul. I look to the sky to feel a warm love.